I appreciate all the fans I had. Hate me or love me. You watched. That's all you could do. Thank you.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Jobbers and Goons, and we've been doing a lot of classic questions, and we'll be emphasizing them on Goon Explains. Now, one of these questions revolves around Thor, right? Most importantly, the fact that he was absent during the World War Hulk saga. He was not around to do anything about it. Now, if Thor Odin's son was around, would he have stopped Green Scar Hulk / could he have stopped World War Hulk? We're going to review that. If you guys are a fan of content like this, smash the like button. Let's try to get this to 300 likes. That would be amazing. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bells, everyone, because YouTube's not alerting people to my video drops, so it's kind of dropping the view rate. It's happening for a lot of people, so make sure you tune in, as well as I pretty much post daily. But getting back to this, I'm super excited for this. Without further ado, let's begin. So I actually think this question's a lot more nuanced than it's given credit for, because it's a multi-layered scenario. First of all, we got to talk about Thor and his relationship to this crisis, as well as Hulk, because that's a big thing to break down. First of all, Thor Odin's son is an Asgardian god, destined to one day take over the throne of Asgard and rule as king, as his father Odin did. Thor has always been prone to kind of taking up arms in the face of danger. He never backs down, and he has gone on some of the craziest adventures, including some that have led him to Midgard, or the Earth Realm. Upon visiting here, he has fallen in love with Earth and its people, and has vowed to protect them and be a protector of Midgard. That's a big factor here, because technically the Earth is under threat from Green Scar, especially if you don't quite know what his intentions are. Yes, we know Green Scar to an extent. The characters did that. He had a hit list, right? He had a series of characters he had to go see and talk to, potentially put hands on, depending on who you were, right, and how you reacted to them. These were, of course, characters that ultimately led to the death of his future family, as well as they straight up exiled him prior. So it's a very complex situation. It's not a cut and dry, oh, Hulk's out to destroy the Earth. You get the general sense, and I feel like Thor would get this sense, that if Green Scar wanted to break this Earth, he would have, could have. It's just within reason, well within reason of his capabilities. And he hasn't. It's been a very calculated and measured approach to how he is waging war on certain individuals and parties throughout Earth, or Midgard. So, right away, we have a very complicated approach to this situation. What makes it even more complex is how Thor and Hulk have gotten along over the years. Yes, they have fought several times throughout the years, but it's never been to an all-out degree in which, like, one of them's gotta die. It's never been that way, right? And a lot of their fights are disputed or controversial. In fact, people often debate who would really win if they let loose, Hulk or Thor. And let me know in the comment section your opinion on who would win that. Just bullshit aside, what's your actual opinion on that? But anyways, getting back to this, Thor's fought alongside Hulk in many wars. He has a love and friendship with Hulk. Like, when you've gone through what they've gone through as both allies of the Avengers, and quite honestly, characters who, in a lot of situations, they're the only ones that can do certain shit because of what the task entails, there's a bond formed from that. It's just natural. And you always get the sense of that with their characters, right? No matter their rivalry and, like, strength and whatnot, there's respect there. There definitely is. And to the point that we even saw when Ben Grimm was grieving about the loss of Johnny after dealing with Annihilus, both Thor and Hulk showed up to allow him to beat them up, and let them grieve. Like, there's a friendship among those that have served to the highest degree in the Marvel Universe because you've seen a lot of shit. Like, you've done a lot of shit. So, Thor's not just gonna straight up take up arms against Hulk without good reason, right? Like, he needs to know what's going on. And I think this is a major contingency within this whole conflict and this whole question in general, right? Like, it's not as simple as people think it is. Would Thor stop him? Would he want to? Would he get enough information on the situation to say, okay, look, you guys exiled him. You sent him off to wherever, just hoping it went well. Worst case, it's Hulk. He'll probably survive. Which is fucked up for them to do, let's be honest. It really is. That was terrible for them to do that to Hulk. And Thor might side with Hulk on that. I mean, we infamously saw when Ghost Rider pulled up and had to get serious with Green Scar. He saw why Green Scar was there and why everything was going down. He said, you know what? Damn that. I'm not doing any further damage to this guy because he's the victim here. He was the one that was exiled. He was the one who had to fight his way out of enslavement and eventually found a family just for it to be taken away from him because of those who exiled him. Of course he pulled up for smoke. No shit. So on the emotional side of things, I'm not completely sold that Thor would be that prone to stopping Hulk. In fact, it's reasonable to ask ourselves, hey, if Thor was on Earth when Hulk was exiled, do you guys think Thor would be cool with that shit? No. If Thor got wind of them doing Hulk like that, he's shutting that shit down. Or he's seeking out Hulk. He's going to go find him and try to save him. I definitely think this is so much more complicated than people give it credit for, and I had to address that part in particular in this video because I don't feel like it's talked about enough whenever I see this debate popped up. Thor might just, simply put, first of all, Thor would try to stop them from even exiling him because he's not doing Hulk like that, and two, he might understand why Hulk's doing what he's doing and why he's targeting who he's targeting, and he would understand that hate in Hulk's heart because Thor has been subjected to it many of times in his own battles and endeavors. So there's that complication, right? And then there's, well, if he did try to stop him, could he? We saw Green Scar force Sentry to go all out without just completely giving in to the Void. But I'm one of the few that will argue, you know, Sentry's just as dangerous as the Void. We know this from his individual run when he literally beat the Void when they faced off with each other, right? He fought his other side and beat him. He's able to outright overpower the Void at times. We've also seen in encounters between Thor and Sentry before that a, like, wiling out, giving into the the literal Void Sentry was really hard for Thor to deal with. Yes, when Sentry was kind of helping him kill himself, Thor was able to, like, strike a killing blow on him in the Void and all that, and he did do some damage and kind of force him into Void. But still, just on that scaling alone and how they were treating it, it's kind of hard to say Thor would do better than this Sentry. I don't know, but matchups do make fights. Hulk's not in particularly haxed at all or hitting him with, like, energy blasts or anything like that. So Thor might just try to hax his way to stopping Hulk. But I definitely don't see him trying to put down Hulk. I see him trying to stop him, but if he gets wind of what Hulk is there for or why he's doing it, I just don't see him having the heart to try to put down Hulk. I think in the end he might get slept by Green Scar because he is, like, fighting him, trying to hold him back, but he's just not willing to put down this very in the right Hulk. But regardless, I don't actually see Thor wanting to stop him because Hulk wasn't wrong. And I think that's what makes this ultimately a really fun question to ask ourselves. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was another episode of Goon Explains. If you have a super important question in fiction that you think is as amazing as this one, hit hit me up on Discord. We can talk business because I'm definitely willing to make content on it. But I had a lot of fun doing this and talking about this. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.